Every man or woman who has ever risen from obscurity to greatness has done so because they possessed one unshakable quality: a definite purpose. Life does not reward the drifter, the wanderer, or the one who scatters their energy in 1,000 directions. Success bends only to those who know precisely what they want and are determined to get it. Think of a ship at sea. If the captain sets sail without a destination, the ship will drift endlessly, tossed by waves, driven by winds, going wherever chance dictates. But if that captain fixes his compass on a definite port and directs his crew with unwavering clarity, that ship will reach its harbor, no matter how fierce the storms. In the same way, your life will drift endlessly unless you set your mind and energy toward a clear, definite goal. Napoleon Hill taught that definiteness of purpose is the starting point of all achievement. You must decide what you want most, and that decision must be firm, not a vague wish. Many people say, "I want success." But what does that mean? Do you want financial independence? A great career? Influence? A healthy body? A loving family? You cannot pursue everything at once. Success requires focus. A magnifying glass does not burn paper until the sun's rays are concentrated at a single point. Your own energy must be concentrated in the same way. Once you have a definite purpose, life takes on new meaning. You begin to see opportunities you never noticed before. Your mind, when it knows what it seeks, becomes magnetized to attract the right people, ideas, and circumstances. Definite purpose gives birth to persistence, and persistence ensures progress even when failures appear. But remember, definiteness of purpose does not mean stubbornness. It means clarity. It means saying no to distractions, refusing to scatter your energy, and aligning your daily actions with your ultimate vision. Every great leader, every successful business person, every inventor or artist you admire, without exception, they knew exactly what they wanted long before the world knew their names. So ask yourself, what do I want most in life? Not tomorrow, not next year, but now. Define it, write it, repeat it, see it, build everything around it. For when you live with a definite purpose, the world has no choice but to step aside and let you pass. If definiteness of purpose is the seed, then burning desire is the fire that makes it grow. Desire is not a simple wish, not a fleeting thought, not something you hope happens someday. A burning desire is an obsession. It is a hunger that keeps you awake at night and drives you to rise early in the morning. Napoleon Hill said, "Weak desires bring weak results, just as a small fire makes a small amount of heat. You must want your goal with such intensity that nothing, no obstacle, no setback, no criticism, can extinguish your flame. Without that inner fire, your goal will remain only a dream." History proves this truth. Thomas Edison conducted more than 10,000 experiments before perfecting the electric light bulb. Did he have talent? Yes. Did he have resources? Limited. But more than anything else, Edison had desire, a burning desire to create light for the world. That desire kept him moving when others would have quit. Desire transforms the impossible into the inevitable. It gives you energy when you are exhausted. It whispers, "Try again," when the world shouts, "Give up." With burning desire, defeat becomes temporary, failure becomes feedback, and hardship becomes training. But burning desire must be more than emotional fire. It must be directed into action. Many people feel motivated for a few days and then return to old habits. Their desire was a spark, not a flame. A true burning desire is sustained over months, even years. It demands sacrifice. It commands discipline. It refuses excuses. Ask yourself this: do I want my goal badly enough to sacrifice comfort, to face rejection, to endure struggle, to keep going when no one believes in me? If the answer is yes, then your desire is real. That fire inside you is the greatest power you possess. To keep that desire alive, Feed it daily. Visualize your success. Speak your goal aloud. Write it down every morning. Surround yourself with people and environments that remind you of it. Protect your flame from the winds of doubt and negativity. Desire turns definiteness of purpose into action. Without desire, your purpose is only words on paper. With desire, your purpose becomes unstoppable momentum. And once a burning desire takes hold of your spirit, no force on earth can keep you from achieving the life you dream of. Faith is the unseen force that shapes reality. Every man or woman who has ever achieved greatness has done so because they believed in something long before others could see it. Faith is not just religious, it is mental certainty, a state of mind that declares, "I will succeed, no matter how impossible it may seem." Without faith in yourself, your definite purpose will remain only a dream. You may have the finest plans, the greatest ideas, the clearest goals, but without faith, doubt will creep in and destroy everything before it even begins. Faith acts as the bridge between your desire and its realization. It is the element that turns thoughts into reality. When you hold faith, your mind produces energy that attracts opportunities. You see chances where others see obstacles. You dare to act where others freeze in fear. You stand tall even when the world laughs, because inside you know the truth, that your vision is real and that it is only a matter of time before the world recognizes it. Faith is the fuel that gives courage to attempt the impossible. Think of great leaders, inventors, and pioneers. They were not supported at first. They were ridiculed, doubted, and rejected. Yet they held faith so firmly that the disbelief of others could not shake them. It was this inner conviction that carried them forward when resources were lacking, when the world closed doors in their faces, and when failure came again and again. Faith is also contagious. When you carry unshakable belief in yourself, others begin to feel it. They trust your leadership, they follow your vision, and they contribute to your mission. People are drawn to those who radiate certainty. No one wants to follow someone who doubts themselves. But someone who has faith becomes magnetic. They inspire confidence not because the road is easy, but because they refuse to doubt. To build faith, you must train your mind. Faith does not arrive by chance. It grows by repetition of positive thoughts, by affirmations, by seeing yourself already in possession of the success you seek. It is watered by gratitude, by courage, by refusing to let fear control you. Every time you face fear and act anyway, your faith grows stronger. Every time you refuse to quit after a setback, your faith becomes more unshakable. And when faith is unshakable, the universe itself seems to bend in your favor. From faith comes persistence. Desire gives you the fire to start. Faith gives you the strength to believe, but persistence ensures you finish. Most people quit at the first sign of difficulty. They face rejection, failure, or ridicule, and they retreat. They believe setbacks mean the goal is not meant for them. But those who succeed know the truth. Failure is never final unless you quit. Persistence is the ability to keep moving forward despite pain, despite loss, despite delay. It is the habit of standing up one more time than you fall. Every great achievement has been born of persistence. The richest gold mines are discovered after thousands of useless diggings. The tallest buildings rise after countless days of laying foundation underground. The greatest businesses emerge after years of struggle, mistakes, and adjustments. The world only sees the final product, the shining moment of victory. But behind it is always persistence, the refusal to surrender when everything screamed, "Give up." Persistence is not blind stubbornness. It is intelligent endurance. It means adapting your approach, learning from mistakes, and trying again with greater wisdom. A river does not cut through rock by brute force. It cuts because it flows continuously, never stopping, never giving up. Over time, persistence breaks down the hardest obstacles. To cultivate persistence, you must link it to your definite purpose and your burning desire. When your goal is clear and your passion is strong, persistence comes naturally. But when your purpose is vague, every obstacle feels final. This is why so many people give up. They never had a burning reason to continue. When your desire is a fire inside you, quitting is not an option. You would rather struggle for years than abandon the dream that defines you. Persistence also demands emotional control. You will face rejection. You will hear laughter. You will meet failure. But you must train yourself to see each as temporary, as steps in the process, not the end. Every defeat carries a lesson, and persistence means gathering that lesson and using it as fuel for the next attempt. The one who persists eventually finds the way. Think of the countless inventors, entrepreneurs, and dreamers who failed hundreds of times before success. They were not smarter than others. They were not luckier. They simply refused to stop. While others turned back, they pressed forward. Persistence eventually wears down resistance, and the world opens its gates to the one who refuses to leave. Faith gives you the vision. Persistence gives you the strength to pursue it until the end. Together they form an unstoppable force. With faith, you see the invisible. With persistence, you achieve the impossible. One without the other is incomplete. Faith without persistence is wishful thinking. Persistence without faith is blind effort. But when combined, they create miracles. So build faith within your heart. Let it light your path even in darkness. Hold persistence as your constant companion. Let it push you forward even when the road is hard. Do this, and there will be no dream too high, no obstacle too great, no destiny beyond your reach. Continuous learning is the lifeblood of growth. The moment a person believes they know enough, they begin the slow death of stagnation. Life is a constant teacher, and success belongs to those who remain students forever. Knowledge is power, but not just knowledge stored in books or locked inside the mind. Knowledge applied in daily action. Every new skill you learn, every lesson you absorb, every truth you discover becomes a tool, a weapon, a stepping stone toward the life you desire. The world is moving forward every single day. Technology changes, opportunities shift, markets evolve, and ideas transform. The person who refuses to learn is left behind, while the one who hungers for learning rides the wave of progress. Think of the great leaders and visionaries who shaped history. They never stopped studying, observing, and seeking new ideas. Abraham Lincoln educated himself by candlelight, reading law books after long days of labor. Leonardo da Vinci filled notebooks with endless observations about art, science, and the human body. Even Thomas Edison, with thousands of patents, said that his real strength was not invention but curiosity. Their secret was not genius alone, it was the habit of continuous learning. Continuous learning sharpens the mind. It keeps you flexibly, adaptable, ready to face unexpected challenges. Life is unpredictable, and those who cling to old knowledge as if it were enough will find themselves unprepared for change. But those who make learning a daily practice discover that they can handle new circumstances because their mind is always expanding. Learning is like exercise for the brain. It strengthens, it stretches, it keeps your mental muscles alive. But knowledge alone is not enough. Many people collect information, read countless books, and attend endless seminars, yet never act on what they learn. True success comes when you apply what you know. One small idea put into practice is worth more than 100 theories left unused. Continuous learning must be connected to action, otherwise it becomes intellectual decoration. Ask yourself each day, what have I learned today, and how can I use it to get closer to my goal? This simple habit creates unstoppable progress. Surround yourself with books, with mentors, with environments that challenge your thinking. Do not waste your hours only on entertainment and distraction. Feed your mind the same way you feed your body. for your thoughts shape your destiny. The more you learn, the more tools you have, and the more capable you become of turning dreams into reality. Continuous learning is not a choice for the successful, it is a necessity. Linked closely to learning is the habit of decision-making power. Knowledge prepares you, but decisions move you. The ability to decide swiftly and act firmly separates leaders from followers. Most people waste their lives in hesitation, paralyzed by doubt, trapped by fear of making the wrong choice. They wait for the perfect moment, the perfect clarity, the perfect guarantee, and in that waiting, life passes them by. The truth is that indecision is itself a decision, and it is almost always a decision for failure. Napoleon Hill observed that successful people make decisions quickly and change them slowly, if at all. Unsuccessful people, on the other hand, take too long to decide and change their minds constantly. Why is this? Because decisiveness shows confidence. It shows that you trust yourself, that you believe in your vision, that you are willing to commit. Life rewards the bold, not the hesitant. Opportunity rarely waits for those who linger. Decision-making power does not mean reckless choices. It means clarity backed by courage. You gather the best knowledge you can, you analyze the facts, you listen to your intuition, and then you choose. Once you choose, you act with full commitment. Do not live in the land of what if. A wrong decision acted on with full force can often bring better results than no decision at all. From action comes feedback, and from feedback comes learning. The hesitant man never learns because he never moves. The decisive man grows wiser with every step, even with mistakes. The habit of decisiveness builds character. Every time you decide firmly, you train your mind to trust itself. You develop inner strength. Others begin to trust you as well, because they sense you are not easily swayed. Leaders are those who can stand before uncertainty and still say, "This is the way forward." Without decision-making power, your purpose and desire will remain locked inside you. With it, you unlock doors that others only dream of. The fear of criticism is the greatest enemy of decision. Many people know what they want, but they hesitate because they fear what others will think. They allow the opinions of the crowd to guide their choices. But success requires independence of thought. You must train yourself to decide based on your vision, not the approval of others. Remember, the crowd will doubt you until you win, and then they will applaud. If you wait for approval before you act, you will wait forever. Continuous learning gives you the wisdom to choose well, and decision-making power gives you the courage to act. Together, they form a partnership that guarantees growth. One without the other is incomplete.